this is Manin Rabu from Batam. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
I'm Sela Sadakau from Vatukola. I only listen to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold Benaka, I'm Vale and I'm working at Golden Grove Resort and I love listening to Gold FM because it plays a really wide range of classic music.
I'm Saini Sakio from Kashmir Wotoka. I like Gold FM, but only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. This is FBC News. Tonight, no place for empire building in the force. Government reassures business sector all is well. And sprint king Banuvet Tambako Doro has missed out on qualification for the Rio Olympics. Police Commissioner Brigadier General Sitiveni Ngiliho says there is no place in the force for power-hungry individuals. The Commissioner says claims have been made that the force lacks camaraderie and things are done on a whom-you-know basis. Ritika Pratap reports.
Addressing policemen and women at the second quarter parade in Nasinu, Commissioner Brigadier General Ngiliho said preconceived notions about the force have defeated the morale of even the most passionate officers.
Let me assure you that there is no place for empire building here. Let me remind you that under my leadership, recognition will be given where and when it's due. I believe in rewarding those who work hard and are committed to their calling.
Brigadier General Ngiliho says there are mixed results in the second quarter performance. However, they have learned lessons and these areas will be fixed in the third quarter.
I'm also beginning to realize just how high people's expectations is of us. Some I've seen is to an unreasonable degree, but I want to assure you that if you are doing your work honestly and to the best of your ability, then you have nothing to worry about.
The Commissioner says the hard work of the force is recognized overseas, but only officers who are mentally and physically fit will be sent on missions.
Informed that certain individuals were waiting to be retested. In my book, the word retest doesn't exist. This means if you fail, you're out. And this is something we can't afford to happen because as an organization, it can affect our quota, which will be given to another country.
17 senior police officers yesterday received the Fiji Police Medal, which is given either for bravery, valuable services or leadership. 59 officers received long service medals. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Meanwhile, police officers in the Northern Division have been warned not to abuse their resources and use it to serve the public. The warning follows the handing over of 9 new police vehicles by Commissioner of Police. Eleanor Turangay reports.
These 9 new vehicles are being handed over to police in the Northern Division with the aim it will help in their operations. It's also prompted a warning from the Police Commissioner Brigadier General Sitiveni Ngiliho on the abuse of police resources.
DPC North, the ball is in your court now. It is incumbent on your officer commandings and station officers not to be caught in a situation that will make me take the vehicles away from you. I've done it with our officers in Koro, and I won't hesitate to do the same if you are not able to show me you can maintain and use these vehicles for its intended purpose.
Ngiliho also warned that the Fiji police force will not be lenient on officers involved in accidents, making reference to a few cases in the Northern Division in the recent months.
This is something I want us to work hard to avoid. It's also interesting to note that the reasons as to how the accidents are occurring are somewhat becoming more creative. As I stated during one of our Skype briefings, I will not accept the reasons of loose gravel as a cause of an accident.
The Northern Division recorded the least number of crime in the country last year. With the handing over of the new vehicles today, it is hoped that the crime rate will decrease further.
We are here for the public, and these vehicles will definitely contribute to better management and crime control in the area, especially with government's Look North policy. There's a lot of developments. The roads have been done up. There's more frequency in shipping to the north. More aircrafts coming in with Fiji Link sending in their 42s and ATR 47s. So there's a lot of movement, and that comes with elements that can get into mischief.
5 of the new vehicles will be used by the Lambasa Police Station, 2 for Senganga Police, and Savu Savu and Nambowalu Police will get 1 each vehicle. Eleanor Turangibiu, FBC News.
Leading businesses have been urged to partner with the government to bring prosperity to all Fijians. At the Fiji Business Forum in Suva today, a number of government ministers explained how initiatives in the new budget will bear fruit in the years to come.
The Fiji Business Forum, organized by the Fiji Chamber of Commerce and Industry, brought together decision makers and leaders in the private sector. Minister for Economy Ayaz Sayed Kayum pointed out that despite the shock from TC Winston, businesses have not been burdened.
We don't want to chop and change from year to year. We want you to be able to have the confidence and to be able to understand what is happening and for you to be able to invest. And similarly, we've said with the, for example, the easy prey would have been the listed companies. You know, there's not many of them. It's only 10%. You know, if we do not have the sort of vision and the foresight, we could have easily said, okay, let's increase it to 15%. Then quite easily, you know, we can fully step, but we didn't want to do that. Again, the whole idea is to build that level of confidence.
Sayed Kayum says the days are long gone when a government couldn't match the needs of everyday Fijians and businesses at the same time.
They think that if you are going to reduce corporate tax, if you're going to give business incentives to business houses, that means you're not looking after the poor people. You know, that was the dichotomous approach to the political configuration in Fiji. If you voted Labour, you're going to screw the business people and look after only the poor people. If you voted for some other party who's opposed to the Labour Party, they may not necessarily look after the poor people, but they'll only look after a handful of business people. What we are saying, we brought about a new paradigm saying we can do both. We can do both, and we have actually proven that we can do both.
The Minister for Economy pointed out that over the years, the government has channeled huge amounts of money towards the poor. Simultaneously, there has been fundamental and tangible assistance that gives long-term confidence to businesses, such as tax concessions and incentives to attract new investors. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
A 33-year-old woman suffered burns when a kerosene stove exploded while she was cooking. The incident happened at Velo Velo, Lautoka, and the woman is reported to have suffered 18% burns. She's admitted at the Lautoka hospital. Meanwhile, a 10-year-old boy who was admitted at the Lautoka hospital following an accident last week has died. The boy was hit by a vehicle at Namoli Avenue while crossing the road. The 26-year-old driver of Saru Back Road will be questioned soon. And a 71-year-old man who was admitted at the CWM hospital following an accident last month has also died. He was hit by a vehicle at Ratundovi Road in Nasinu. Coming up on FBC News, trade show aims to empower women. And FBC's Eid celebrations attracts huge crowds. Stay with us.
I love listening to Today FM rocks.
My name is Freddy. I'm from Gamiatong. I listen to Mario on the traffic jam every afternoon.
Hi, my name is Salah. I live in Nasinu. Today FM rocks.
My name is Denasa and I'm from Lautoka and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Ulamila. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks in Raki Raki.
I'm Mary from Mandera. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
We love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Welcome back. You're with FBC News. The 2016-2017 budget holistically addresses the empowerment of women. This was highlighted by Permanent Secretary for Women Dr. Josefa Koroivueta while opening the Nuavata Police Korova Women's Trade Show in Suva today. Kelly Vadala reports.
These women have made a living from massy screen printing, traditional handicrafts, pottery and sewing, all using their natural resources.
It means coming out of the shells to be self-reliant and to be boosted in our venture to have better livelihoods. I think what we see here are the products of some meticulous work that the women have done. It's not done in a day, it's done through sweat, perseverance, commitment, and of course through family support.
Many who came from as far as Laos, the trade show is a platform to showcase their products and grow business.
Really helps my family and I financially, especially the kids as they are still students. If we run out of something during the week, because of my business, I can gladly support.
Helps me in my daily life, in helping out my husband, in providing for my families, my children. A great business for Mazi as we do sell these to internationally.
For me personally, I use this business show trade as a source of income for education for my kids.
Korevueta says the trade show demonstrates that women are rising up to become financially independent and look at business openings to be an entrepreneur. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Fiji Broadcasting Corporation's annual Eid celebrations once again attracted a huge crowd. This year's celebration was held in 9 Miles, Nasinu, supported by the Fiji Muslim League and the Indian High Commission. Celebrations included reciting of prayers and the singing of traditional songs. Indian High Commissioner to Fiji, Vishwa Sapkal, says such events unite people of all ethnic backgrounds.
Competition which has been taken by FBC for encouraging the kids, that was really good. And then we are giving basically a message of peace and harmony to this festival. I wish all our viewers that they get all happiness, all prosperity and peace in the future.
Eid was celebrated on Wednesday this week. The Vungalay Bridge along Kings Road in Tailevu has been closed off for emergency bridge deck repair from 6 p.m. today. The bridge will reopen at 4 a.m. on Monday. FRA Chief Executive John Hutchinson says they are monitoring the situation. He says they will only accommodate emergency services such as ambulance, fire trucks and police to pass through. The bridge will reopen on Monday with restrictions. Gross limit of 14 tons will be allowed and speed restrictions of 10 kilometers per hour. And in world news, 5 police officers in the U.S. city of Dallas, Texas have been shot dead after gunmen attacked an anti-gun protest. One suspect has been killed while others are in custody. The protest march was in response to 2 police shootings of black men. Coming up in sports, Ryan eyes top wingers. And Copeland hopes to get a wild card entry.
आपको खरगंगा की रंजिला का नमस्कार। रेडियो फिजी की सुंदर सुंदर यादों का खजाना एकदम बचपन के दिन याद करा देते हैं।
हमारा नाम जोनी नायडू है, हम रहता है मलोलो में और हम टैक्सी ड्राइवर है। हम सब टाइम अपन टैक्सी में रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनता प्रोग्राम।
हम सिंगाटोका के हैं, हमारा नाम है रोजी। हम लोग यहाँ पे रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनता है।
राम राम, मैं रेमस प्रसाद बोलता हूँ, तब वहाँ में कोई रहता हूँ। मैं जब ही सुना रेडियो फिजी 2 ही सुनता हूँ।
रेडियो फिजी 2, देश की धड़कन।
Welcome to FBC Sports. The final 7th team for the Olympic Games will be made up of more backline players. Coach Ben Ryan has hinted 3 players who are likely to make it to Brazil will for the first time play together in a team for Fiji. Vashnal Prasad reports.
Oscar! It is highly likely that Coach Ben Ryan will select his 3 world-class wingers in the final team next week. If so, robust winger Joshua Tuisova, Savenada Rawada and Bis Semikunatani will be seen playing together.
Closest we got was probably Paris, where we had Josh and then Sammy. But Sammy had just come off 15s. He wasn't fit enough, and he was also playing at rover and wing. So we're lucky that, you know, no injuries. We should have 2 absolutely stellar world-class wingers that will be fighting for spots, for starting spots.
The inclusion of Tuisova in the squad has brought competition within the players.
I introduced Josh to camp yesterday. I could see a change in Save's demeanour. You know, he knows competition is there. You know, he sees it with Sammy, but because we've been playing Sammy a lot in Rover as well, I think he doesn't see that as strong. And he's suddenly seen Josh rock up, and he's like, right, game on.
A good news, Ryan is likely to select more backs than forwards in the 13-member squad for Olympics. This means players like Osea Kolinisau, Jerry Tuai, Amenoni Nasilasila, Kitione Talinga and Vatemo Ravovo have a wider chance of making it into the team.
I'm never going to go 7 forwards and 5 backs, but I might go 6 and 6, and I might go 5 forwards and 7 backs. So I need to see some of the boys fronting up now and playing in different positions.
A week left before the Dream Team is named, and there is no doubt players who put in the hard work and dedication will earn a unique cap to represent Fiji at the Rio Olympic Games. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Skipper Cup defending champions Narongah beat Lautoka 40-31 in the round 9 clash at Lawanga Park in Sigatoka. The Stallions ran in 5 tries to 4 in the game. In the other matches played today, Nandi beat Madhuwata 32-17, Netasiri defeated Vatukola 20-11, and Nandi came over Madhuwata by 32-17. In the feature match of round 9, Namosi plays Suva at 7:30 p.m. at ANZ Stadium. And you can catch the live commentary of Suva and Namosi match on Bula FM. South Pacific Sprint King Banuve Tambakodoro has missed out on the automatic qualification to the Olympic Games in the 100 meters. Though the Mbao Bullets set a new national record and a personal best of 10.20 seconds in the final of the Melanesian Games last night, he missed out on qualifying the Olympic Games by 0.4 seconds. To qualify for the Rio Games, Tambakodoro needed to clock 10.16 seconds in the final. Tambakodoro won gold, Aaron Stubbs of Australia took silver, and Rodman Teltel grabbed bronze.
Overall, that's the quickest I've gone, so I'm pretty happy with my performance tonight. Just unfortunately falling short of the qualifying mark by 0.04. But you know, that's all done now. So.
Meanwhile, in the women's division, Papua New Guinea's Toefa Whistle won gold, clocking a time of 11.44 seconds. Emily Coppins of Australia won silver, while Fiji's Makareta Naulu seized bronze with a time of 12.12 seconds. And Banuve Tambakodoro's last hope of automatically qualifying in the 200 meters to the Olympic Games is also over. Despite bagging gold in the senior men's 200 meters final in the Melanesian Games, Tambakodoro failed to meet the qualifying time. The 23-year-old clocked 21.12 seconds, falling short of 0.62 seconds to automatically qualify to the Olympics. Javelin thrower Leslie Copeland also failed to meet the qualifying distance of 83 meters to automatically qualify for Rio Olympics. Copeland threw a distance of 79.33 meters in the senior men's javelin final in the Melanesian Games. Meanwhile, Athletics Fiji has submitted Copeland and Tambakodoro's name to the International Association of Athletics Federation and now await the approval of a name to go through wildcard entry. The IAAF is expected to announce the name on Monday. All Blacks Fijian centre Seta Tamanivalu scored 2 tries as Chiefs thumped Samu Karevi and Chris Kurindani's Reds 50 points to 5. While in the other match, Blues beat Tevita Kurindrani's Brumbies by 40 points to 15. Here are the highlights of the games.
Real pressure on the Reds early on. Tamanivalu stepping, crashing over the line. What a start, Chiefs. Brilliant. 14 points to 0 at the moment. Tofu, Karevi beat one, hands it off now to Kurindrani, and there is the try. Try to the Reds. And it is the second in his career. Chris Kurindrani. And Kane goes really wide where they've got numbers, and it's going to be Tamanivalu who runs across, and he has got a double.
Now West really running the show now. Gibson, away it goes. Duffy in at the corner.
In the match tonight, Waratahs take on Hurricanes at 9:40 p.m. while Jaguars face Highlanders at 9:40 a.m. tomorrow. You can watch both matches live on FBC TV. Fine weather was experienced over most parts of the country today. If you were feeling the heat in Suva, where Lambasa was the hottest, recording 33 degrees, followed by Ba on 30. The rest of the centres recorded temperatures in high 20s. Tomorrow's forecast: fine apart from isolated brief showers about the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Showers developing over Kadavu, Yasawa and the Mamanuca group and spreading to the rest of the group tomorrow. Moderate seas are expected as well. And the outlook for Monday is some showers over most places. Recapping the main stories. Police men and women warned that the force is no place for empire building. Business is reassured by the government that there will be no sudden chop and change to national policies and revenue measures. And sprint king Banuvetambako Doro has missed out on qualification for the Rio Olympics. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. We move on to this week's poll question. We ask, should Fiji host a Super Rugby match every year? To answer, visit our FBC website. Now you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News. If you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. Good night.
Alango Katonasia Tutua, Omonia Saurara, although we will take you on a TV and a market Tawa. Although Talitana, Warrona, Bula FM, and Nambandu and a set.
Pulamana Vici, Nadango Palacio Materia, one may Nanan Bulubulo Tabiuni, Ausatuga Nandi, and the Talita in Warrongo and a Bula FM. Bula!
Bula FM, number 2 and seri.